Ah, they got me again. They got me again. Son of bitch. Son of bitch. Got me again. Ah. I gotta do this all over again. I gotta click over here. I gotta get the link. Dibbity do. I gotta refresh this. Franken beans. I don't know. The bots sometimes pick it up, or someone could do it, but again, it's fine. We just go again. But I'm trying to put the new link back on Facebook though. I don't know how to navigate Facebook. Why can't I just get to the group fast? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Post that. Let some people jump back in. Again, though, can't hold us back. We just roll with it, guys. Lisa, you keep showing that photo, but you're close, but you're not on the spot. You're close though. Can't you just write reaction video round time? I mean, I write. I know that's the thing. That's why I don't get an actual strike for that. It's just someone this time either someone made a complaint or the bot just picked it up this time. Sometimes they do. I've noticed if I do like a bigger screen, like if I do share screen to this, if I do this, then the bots never get it. But when I've done it like this, I've gotten hit before. Oopsies. Are we telling all the story? No. We're not going to tell all the stories. There's a couple of things we have to hold back. So obviously you can tell it was very cold and there was snow everywhere. And in what we believe to be a babbling brook was ice on the bottom from a small amount of water, but then a shit ton of snow just catching in there, and like it was up to my knee at some point, or up to my middle of my shin at some point. So it was super cold. We didn't bring metal detectors, and that really irked me. But we didn't need it for one major thing that we found. Again, though, I'm kind of waiting for Ashley to finish the video. She's super busy though, so like I'm kind of killing time a little bit. And then when she uploads it, we can play it because it's our video. And then a little bit of video with my words, I think would help. And yeah, no trespassing. But anyway, if we want, when we come back, we're gonna have a talk. Anyway, I don't want to get into that too much. So it was cold. It was snowy. K-Pro, Alan met for the first time. That was dope. We all shared beers right away. Had some late lunch, early dinner kind of thing. So I did want to address one thing, I guess, off the bat, before we get into the fun stuff. The exchanges over the weekend, if we'll call them that. Let me make this okay, at least normal. So the exchanges over the weekend. I have my reasons for why I was so angry. I'm not taking down the videos. I believe in what I said. However, and I don't like the way Nicholas handled on his end either. But having said all that, I think cooler heads can prevail. I sent a message to him today that I wanted to invite him on here at some point in the week. and we just talk it out like gentlemen, so we can all move on nicely and happy, and everybody can just be friends again. I've never been friends with Nate. I don't know who he really is, but I think getting off on the wrong foot didn't help, and I think both of us could be more gentleman-like, and I think we can just hash that out. We can do it in private. He can come on the stream because I'm sure he has questions. It's up to him, whatever he wants. But just throwing that out there. Again, it's time. No need for this for that to permeate or go on. And not that it had legs, but let's both be grown-ups and move on, right? And I'd like to just talk it out, and I have reasons for why I said what I said. Again, some of those reasons were simply I just believe there's a lot more copies now that I've just found out than we once knew, and I think it's again that's why I'll just talk it out at this point. So it's all good. So with that out of the way, it was a fun time, and we liked I liked anyway. Having a little bit of fun in like Candy Stream and whatnot. We definitely so we're not going to say everything for specific reasons. We're going to show 95% of what we found, and frankly, the one we're most interested in is what we're going to show and talk about. For sure, Alan and I are going back when the weather is a touch warmer and there's no snow on the ground. As soon as there's no snow on the ground, we're back there. Hola, Silver Fox. What's up, man? I didn't catch anything. Alan went fishing, so he went Saturday morning, super early. No way. It was like 10 friggin' degrees out. No. No. So as fun as it would have been, no. But he caught I think he said a 10 pounder right away, like in 10 minutes. And I immediately consider that a really good omen. I thought it was an even better omen when we finally were driving to the spot again on Saturday, and we saw a big F in the mountain. I was like, that's a good omen too. Now, of course, it stood for something else, but it was cute to see a big giant F in the mountains in the Sierra Nevadas, of which we were headed towards. So yeah, snow on the ground and boots on the ground are bad. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, the snow was fresh. It was 2 days old. It was only a couple inches in most areas, an inch in most areas. But the particular area we wanted to go to here, it was, I think we found enough evidence to confirm. Yeah, it was definitely it is a babbling brook. I don't know where the water source came from, but, so, a lot of snow. It was fun / disappointing, but it was crazy to see this tree right off the bat. I was just like, wow, that's a lot more striking than on what we were seeing on Google Maps. I liked it a lot more once we were there in person. There was a great nook there. Again, when Ashley posts the video at some point while we're live here in the next half hour, I'll be able to show you that stuff. I have some pictures, I guess, but let me remove this. Let me see here. We found that right away. I won't say everything that was in there. I guess I can share that. Add the stream. So this is one thing we found headed there, just tucked in. Don't know how old, but it was very interesting to see. So remove some items from that, perhaps. I think we saw that halfway to the spot. Can you show a picture of that spot you had on Google Maps? Yeah, if I do this, stop screen, share screen. Share that. That's where I was headed to. Now I'll go get. Hold on. Google Earth. That's why I was effed up. Yeah. Yes, sir. All right. So this is what Alan's spot looks like on Google Map. So it's just, So that's that. which ended up looking like that. So it's crazy to see how Google Maps and in real life, that's half the fun, honestly, is comparing what that looks like on Google Map to, okay, real life. Now what does it look like? And it was even more impressive in real life. I was like, oh shit, my spot's gonna suck compared to yours, Alan. and it was pretty fun to see that right away. And then in the video, I don't have good pictures, right? I guess I can take still. Well, no, the video will have it, and then we can pause it. I'll show you. The video had at the bottom of this tree. I mean, it looked like this tree was struck by lightning. Something happened here. This is, I mean, you can see in the foreground, there's a burnt wood piece here, but this whole tree had been burnt and lots of pieces of bark, fell off, scattered all over the place, kind of piled up, really, actually, which I thought was interesting because it was all in one area. I mean, but again, this isn't. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere, but human beings could obviously have come here. But it was just interesting to see that Alan's tree was just so dope. Sorry, did you already mention lightning clearly destroyed this tree? And no. So no, I just said it. It pretty much looks like this thing. Yeah, I mean, all of us agreed. I mean, unless something else happened here where something caught fire, but the base of the tree is the most interesting thing to look at. So what was the formation thing out there? That's what I want. The video will show it. It's do you want the visualization of like okay, so like you're going to see it right for the first time, like I saw it for the first time. Do you want that, or do you want me just to tell you what it is and then you can see it for yourself? I mean, whether it's really good or really bad, you know what I mean? And keep an eye on my YouTube because she could just post it and not tell me, you know what I mean? Because she's like super, super busy right now. So for all I know, she's like in line somewhere and she just hits like upload or something. I don't know. Both. Well, again, I mean, fuck Google Maps. I want my $3,000 back. So let's go back to what it looked like on Google Maps again, which is... Why did that? It captured it pretty bright. That's interesting. All right, so stop, share. So white and shiny. But yeah, that photo, stop. Let's share it again. It's just dope. All right, so I'm gonna get some music on while we wait. This is what I do. Get a little Westworld, just a little something in the background, a little bit, right? What other pictures do I have? Or if I show the picture, yeah, probably. I did it. How else do you do a treasure hunt if you don't have music playing? That's half the journey. Yeah, I just want to play the video. It's better if I just play the video. Bear with me. It's all good. We're having fun on a Monday. It's a little nippy here, though. Oh yeah, the booming. That was crazy. So like when we were walking back to the car. It was a long walk. It was a long walk. I said like it was under 4 miles. But as we start our walk, we hear a dun 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 dun. And we're like, honestly, no one even mentioned it the first time I heard it. I didn't mention it myself. And then 15 seconds later, I hear a dun 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 dun. And I look around, and I think I see like K-Pro look up, and then I think I see Alan like stop what he's doing, and I stop what I'm doing, and then like 20 seconds later, dun 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 dun. And I'm like, all right, did anyone else hear that? And we're all like, yes, what the hell is that? What did we determine that? Well, I think we thought there was like underground, like some kind of underground base, and they were like blowing up old ammunition or something like that. Did you guys leave it? No, we didn't leave anything there. Leave no trace. If anything, we cleaned it up a little bit. I found that. Coors Light can. We know Fen likes Coors Light. I found this old Mountain Dew can. That was pretty cool. So this was attached to the larger item we found. I can show you this. Anybody want to guess what that is attached to? Maybe it'll be a mod. I'll see now. It made me all fuzzy again. That's why I got up. See if I do this. Ah. Nope, I'm all fuzzy again. I quit. Deal with me being fuzzy now. I don't care. Steve, you're not allowed to guess. For the record, though, Packer Jack thinks he's identified it to a T. Slightly different than you, Steve. Still nothing. God, I hate this camera. I need to get like a better camera. Ooh. Oh, I tricked it. Yay. Yeah, he does seem to have pretty crazy research skills because he was able to pinpoint it precisely. I want to, Indy at some point mentioned a Nook. I want to show her, but not yet, as it were. Well, happy birthday, Rob. Good stuff. Here's this for your birthday. Ta-dong. That's it. That's if I believe it's your birthday. You could have just been fooling me and you got me, but I don't care. Oh, that's right. I've determined I like my iTunes better, right? I just made that up. I don't even know what that's from. How about A Murder Most Foul? That's a fucked up song. It's a good song. You heard this song by Bob Dylan? It's a good one. We're doing a reaction to it.
It was a dark day in Dallas, November '63. The day that will live on in infamy. President Kennedy was a right line. Good day to be living and a good day to die. Being led to the slaughter like a sacrifice.
Ben, it was more fun when you were in Yellowstone showing us along the way. You've been really top secret this time. Well, I mean, in Yellowstone, I was looking for a spot that didn't have a treasure chest anymore, right? I don't know what was going to happen for here, so yeah, a little bit different.
Shut down like a dog in broad daylight.
Makes sense, right?
Was a matter of timing, and the timing was right. You got unpaid debts. We've come to collect. We're gonna kill you with hatred without any respect. We'll mock you and shock you, and we'll grin in your face. We've already
Still an active solve. Yeah, that's right. That's what I would say.
The day they blew out the brains of the king.
All right, now I want my regular background music. Where's my iTunes? Oh, that's right here. It is.
Right there in front of everyone's eyes.
K-Pax. K-Pax is a good movie. Yes, I would agree with you, Albert. Murder Most Foul. About Dylan. Dylan, I never said there was breaking news. We're just going to share all the stuff that we did here at our spot for the ha solve and what we found. But I'm waiting for Ashley to upload a video, and she's in the middle of doing like mom stuff. So just being a little patient. We thought it was going to be ready like an hour ago. That's why I pushed it back to 2:30. But then like other shit happened. So then like, oh god, okay, we got to wait a little bit longer. And again, I'm going over most of it right now. I mean, I showed that part. Some of you are getting close to what we got, but we'll see. And frankly, we're not showing all of it because we have reason to come back, and we're not done here. So. Did I buy my tickets for the Matrix? Damn right I did. Best seats in the house. I was thinking of just watching on HBO Max, but I was like, no, I'm going to the theater for this one. Fisher Paint and Body Tag. Keep going. Keep cruising. If I found the treasure, I was going to put it in Science and Industry here in Chicago. Oh, I've been to that. I used to live in Chicago, so. Check out that link there. Can we zoom in on it? I think it matched a little Eric Sloan images or illustration as well. And we brought Chloe, our 13-year-old. So this was her first official hunt, and she had a blast. So this was fun. It definitely was fun. It is a rush. Yeah, Dillard, what are you asking about? Has anyone seen the news of their city having the water tested positive? Positive for what? Something else we all got to be worried about? Our city water tested positive for COVID? What? What? That's something YouTube will probably take you down for too. Just even talking about it. Oh my god. No, we didn't take the metal detector. for reasons I hope to find agreements and understanding on. Where are we? We're in Cali, SoCal. Let me know when you all get serious about the chase. Kalo Kid, I see you talking smack on Thor. We are serious about the chase. Again, we can do 2 things at once. We can walk and chew gum and like look around all at the same time. It's only against the law if you get caught. Hey, what's up, Dark? I have a Zoom parent-teacher conference. I know, right? I know. I'm hoping soon, but I don't want to rush her either because she's busy. You know, I'm just checking for updates. As soon as she sends me a text, that's when it'll happen. You know, once you're done with these little videos, even if it's like 5 minutes, she is YouTubing it, but like it takes like she has to like I don't know. There's like processing and up. I don't know. I don't do this shit. I'm just along for the ride. Ashley's the captain. Yeah, working multiple treasure hunts at once. I think all of us are capable of doing that too, right? It's fun to do that because God, being stuck on one thing the whole time, that gets a little nutty too, right? That one almost demands you take decompressing breaks for like weeks at a time. It's awful. I could have gone in person for conference, but didn't feel like driving across town for a 20-minute chat and driving. Fuck yeah, right? No, not in today's day and age where Zoom is so user-friendly and accessible. Like, no need. Come on. Parent-teacher conference. What are we really going to talk about here? Is little Jimmy doing his homework or not? Okay, he is. Great. He's not. Okay, I'm going to ground him. Thank you. Goodbye. Just wanted to let you know the video just finished uploading. Oh, perfect. Oh, itchy still. All right, so if I go to YouTube and go to my channel, here it is. Oh, shit. She already... Oh, no, that's okay. Searching for DB Cooper. No, we are processing this video still. It still says it's processing to me. I like how we got taken down within 8 minutes on the first one. Too many predators in the water tonight, Ben. Have a good night, brother. Thanks for sharing. Critical. We're just getting to the good stuff, man. Just, don't ignore them in the chat. They don't, it's all good. It's all good. Problem with the chase is all searching and no solving. Yeah, I kind of have to disagree with you there too, Alan, or Silver Fox. Although at the same time, I do kind of get your point. But the searching is the fun. I mean, searching aimlessly, sure, that's a waste of time. But searching. Shot it in 4K though. Oh shit. Oh shit. I see. Okay, we're just waiting for it to up. I just want to show the video first before talking about it instead of just another photo. I'd rather just show video. It's much nicer to see it in video form. So I guess it's just taking a shit ton of time uploading. Oh shit. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, this is like a bunch of clips, which is good. Okay, so at the end of in the middle of the video is kind of where I think it is what I wanted to show. All right. So I'm gonna make me smaller. Wait, no. Okay, this is whatever. We'll do this. All right, so I do this, and then I think I'm gonna make. Well, this will end up getting bigger, so it doesn't fucking matter, right? Okay. All right, so if I turn volume up, There we go. All right.
There's a tree stump just over yonder.
Is the audio not pick? Well, that's okay. Whatever. I'll just talk.
Everywhere we go, there's fires.
So this is my spot, the spot we were waiting for here. Hold on. Let me go hide this. All right. So that was the thing that we saw on the map that was bright and except it was just this one stump. The rest, there wasn't anything else. It was just this one big. I mean, obviously, again, the bark has been removed. It's all white, but like, so it showed up on the map, but like, it looked like something had happened to it. I don't know.
Fires.
Wow, this would have been a great nook.
This would have been a great nook. I mean, it would have been, but I have no idea right there. That was pretty rando. And you heard the drum thumping out there? Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Lightning hit it, blew it up. Totally, man. That's what we think too, Davio.
That's beautiful nook.
Under the tree too, I started looking, and there was like a nook under the tree.
What is it?
So this is what that thing was attached to.
Huh?
There's no way you can move that.
Huh? It's like a car?
Weird.
Oh my gosh.
It's the front of a car.
Yeah.
It's the front of a fucking car.
It looks like a headlight.
Get bro.
That's crazy.
We found a car. What happened to the rest of the car,
Where's
though?
the rest of the car?
That's my question.
I mean, this guy's been here for
Oh, yeah.
who knows how long.
You can soak it like on
Oh, oh,
Titanic.
oh, 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 oh.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There's a sign at least.
What does it say?
What does it say?
Water,
Get your water. You need some water?
water.
We can get the mud off.
We're all gonna die, but no water.
There you go.
By Fisher? Fisher.
I mean, the fucking steering wheel's right here.
Oh, yeah. How come we didn't see that before?
This is the whole steering column.
Uh-huh. That's what that is, sticking out on the other side.
You can take that out of
Yep.
there. Oh, you gotta drive that home.
Put it up on the wall.
That's Tom Honky right there.
Uh-huh. Let's put it in our office.
Tom Honky, Ben.
We got a Bobby Dazzler.
I don't know if you get it. We got a Bobby Dazzler.
Sabotage this up.
Ah, no, not Fortnite.
The steering wheel's right here.
Someone knocked our window when we
Oh,
were
yeah.
parked.
How come we didn't see that before?
I want to hear that again.
Yep.
Oh, you gotta drive that home.
Put it up on the wall.
That's Tom Honky right there.
Uh-huh. Let's put it in our office.
Tom Honky, Ben.
We got a Bobby Dazzler.
Anyway. So yeah, that was it. We found that car. We don't know what the fuck. We've been able to determine that we found an abandoned car in the desert, right? I know. It looks like it was a 1970 or 1971 Chevelle that was purposely abandoned in this ditch. Somehow the rest of the car is missing. Probably, I don't know. It looked like there was a fire there. Looked like it had been destroyed on purpose. So very, very cool. I've trekked across the vast deserts of Nevada in lots of areas. I've never run into a car like that. It happens, sure, but the fact that it was right at our precise spot where the solve from Ha 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 took us to, creamed, if you will, as Alan says, was extremely interesting. It reminded me of a Forrest Fenn quote. And that quote goes as such. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up here so I don't butcher the words. When I was a kid, there was a commonly used word, cream, and it described the condition a car would get into when it ran into a ditch and the frame twisted a little, preventing the doors from opening. Modern autos are more sturdy, so I guess that word was retired. I can't find it anywhere now. F. Can't find what anywhere? The car or the word? But he did talk about a car or cream in a ditch. And that's exactly what we found at our Ha 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 solve that involved Forrest Fenn. Again, it's strange. The fact that it's a 70-71 Chevelle, interesting, right? And then we did a simple search, right? I did I put it into Google actually. I did DB Cooper Chevelle, and up came this video, which I don't have permission to share, so I'll go back to Google. But if you can see here, he labels it the DB Cooper car, and this is from a year ago. DB Cooper Chevelle. Not sure why. Very strange coinciding to find. But yeah, no, Bill, you were the first person we talked about when we saw it. I mean, we were like, oh my God, Bill. He would love that. He would hate this and he would love this all at the same time. So it was very interesting to find that vehicle. Very interesting to see. It was 1970-71. Again, it could be anything, right? Sure. It was the precise spot that we decided to pick from based on our 7 clues from Ha 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 and led us to that. I mean, we were frankly expecting nothing. Right when we got to the tree, do we have it in the video? Is that in the video? I don't remember.
We expecting nothing.
No. I don't want to hear my. That's some weird Inception shit right there. Let's see. No, we don't have his tree in this one. Damn. Or is it in the background? Hold on. Oh my God, JJ's going crazy with Fortnite. I can hear him. All right, hold on one sec. swear that Oculus was the worst decision ever. Bill Gorman has the other half of the car, right? Where is the... Damn, we don't have it in this one. But yeah, when we got to that tree, we were like, okay, cool, dope. Now I wanted to go look at my spot. Okay, dope. And then we were just like, But then we saw the car and we're like, okay, what the hell? This is strange. Then stop making... and that's... If you rewind... I put out an opening, or on, what is it? I don't even know what you call it. But I put out an offer to Nick. Let's just talk it out like gentlemen, and we'll get along and make up, and then that's it. You know what I mean? Like, there's no need to I didn't have to take it to the level I did. I didn't like the way he was doing it. Again, I'm ready to let bygones be bygones on this one. So I invited him on to talk it out with me, or in private, whatever he wants to do. But we can be gentlemen and, you know, virtually shake hands, and we'll be all right. The car was made in the Baltimore plant. A lot of military in Maryland area when they get back to D.C. Ooh. Town Santa won't be coming. Right, jeez. Were the bongheads before, during, and after this excursion? None, actually. Not wearing boots on the ground. Come on. Now, I did have a joint if we found. But we didn't smoke that joint. But again, I haven't shared everything. Where's the other one? Oh, that was that one picture. Hold on. There's one of the serial numbers on that was on it. Was it here? All right, hold on. Let me figure this out here. There we go. This one. That's some interesting stuff I'm not sharing yet. Again, we have reason to believe we're coming back here for not only the car, but something else. So, Jingle Bell got found, and it was in the field. I was looking in this morning. It seems again. Oh my God, K-Pro, did we walk over the final thing that we needed here, and we just missed it? Because you seem to have a track record of doing that. God. Notice they dumped the half of the car with the serial number. Hey, Dillard, that's an interesting point. What do you make of that, man? Did we search for caves? Yes and no. It was very snowy. Let's put it that way. I don't know what precisely it is I saw on a couple of occasions. What's it like to not smoke weed for a little while? I've forgotten. Silver, I know, right? I smoked about as much weed as like you and I did when we when we did our own treasure hunt. Yeah, I smoked about, like, it was like 2 puffs the whole weekend, but yeah. That's funny. Or maybe you. Oh, did you mean that for? Or did you mean that for K-Pro? I don't know. Oops. Whoops. I don't know. Anyway, so this car, we think it is important, though. We do. I mean, the chances of a car being abandoned and destroyed at the precise spot that we believe is the solve for the Ha 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 book, a little weird, right? Come on, just a little bit. The fact that on Google exists, or on YouTube exists, that search for what is it? D.B. Cooper Chevelle or something. Fuck, I spelled it wrong. Oh, fucking Christ. What is it? Oh, it was on Google, right? It was D.B. Cooper. Wow. D.B. There we go. The chances that this video exists on YouTube, where it says D.B. Cooper Chevelle, and then we find a fucking 1970 or 71 Chevelle at our DB Cooper solve spot? That's strange, right? What direction was the car pointed? Oh, good question. I want to say west. I want to say southwest. West, southwest. Certainly west, maybe to the south. Yeah, I want to say west, southwest. Towards the sunset. Someone just named their Chevelle Cooper because it's hot and wanted. I get it. It's just such a strange coincidence to find a Chevelle there. I don't know. Of all the cars and all the gin joints, we found an abandoned and destroyed Chevelle at our Ha 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 solve outside of Reno, Nevada. That's strange. I think if any, at least Fen searcher found that, they'd go, huh? It was pointed in the direction of a mountain with no real roads. Exactly. Exactly. So east to west, yeah, is the way I would put it. Yeah. Did you guys see the Dan Greider video that he posted today, that 3-hour thing? Not the real McCoy, as they say. Not the real McCoy. Did you move along that path or retrack? Oh, yeah. This whole area, by the way, if we go back to that one picture, where was it? See how this is like a giant, like it goes up, I don't know, 60 feet, 50, 60 feet. The car is a little bit more south here. It's protected. You can't see this area from the road. You can't see this tree from the road. We didn't see the tree until we were, what, half a mile away? I'd say that car was ablaze. At some point, that car was ablaze, right? Nope, yes, nope, yeah. You guys. As F might say, you didn't get a radial on the car. No, I didn't. No, you can't. And it's not feasible to remove by any stretch of the imagination. You know, there's a video out there entitled DB Cooper's a Transgender. Yeah, son of a gun, who knew that? Sounds like a groundbreaking breakthrough. I looked into that. I'm not into the DB Cooper story. Okay, so I'm speaking as if I'm a... Oh, hey, come in. No, she's not, man. She's picking up Maya.
Oh, can I use your phone?
Use my phone?
Yeah, because
Yeah, there's some games on the back end of it.
Okay.
Here, right here.
But I'm just going to voice over you because I'm going to act like a famous YouTuber.
Okay.
And I'm going to do his videos.
Okay. Don't post anything though.
Okay, I'm not.
Okay. No, this is definitely not a Joshua tree. No. Yeah, no, I just don't. Okay, so where was I? It's okay. So part of this story is again a confession to someone who. Okay, I'm going to tell you I'm DB Cooper, but you can't tell anyone. It's there's always some kind of. Somebody wants notoriety from it. Somebody wants something from it. And I don't like those as the DB Cooper answers. Now, could I be wrong on any of those? Abso-freaking-lutely. There's plenty more evidence to this person than I'm talking about right now. Like, I made a 3-hour video on it. A lot of us in the DB Cooper research area have looked into this name before, including the FBI. So, you know, I don't know. For me, I agree with Eric when he says his idea for a DB Cooper is essentially an unknown entity, someone that hasn't been on the radar for at least in terms, I guess, in the to the FBI or the DB Cooper community or whomever, but not one of the people that most have talked about, at least at some point over the last 3-ish decades. I agree with that. And which is why I thought Fenn fit that criteria beautifully. I mean, up until a point, up until, the end of the chase where some searchers started to put it together, like Mindy and Stephanie 30acre, and decided to, write 400 pages on it with permission from Fenn. So interesting, and then again, Fenn's grandson, the guy who took him to all the events, the guy who was, Fenn's right hand at the end of the chase, he has a few people over for beers, including K-Pro, and then K-Pro and then him share beers, and it's let's get everything out in the open once and for all so that we can move on from this, because my parents, my mom, my family doesn't want to deal with this crap anymore, and I'm going to be the one dealing with it in the future, but let's just get it all out there. And they just, except for the 9 clues and except for the precise spot, I'll talk about anything else, more than you'll think. And then so they talk, and then K-Pro throws out, okay, what about your granddad being DB Cooper, involved DB Cooper? And it's an interesting question. DB Cooper's story is very interesting. And then doesn't say anything. And then they, awkward silence, move on to another question, and then Shiloh stops and goes, notice how I didn't answer the DB Cooper question. He had a chance to just put it to bed. He's aware of it. For whatever reason, Shiloh wants the DB Cooper story out there as it pertains to his granddad. Why? I don't know. Why did we find a abandoned 1970-71 Chevelle from a 71 hijacking at a solve location for a 1971 Sky Pirate hijacking from a treasure hunting book written in 1983 by a mysterious author, using clues and hints from an author who then wrote a treasure hunting book in 2010. Crazy how that all worked together. I don't believe Ha 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 was written by Rod Addicts at all. Not because I don't want to believe it, but because I've looked into that. There are plenty of holes in the story. Could Rod Addicts have written it? Sure. Just as much as Fenn could have written it. I know one person turned in and wrote many more books, and the other person became a tax accountant after he got out of jail for being a convicted felon for murder during the years in which this book was written. Sorry, I'll get back to the chat. Sorry. Let me scroll up a little bit. Sorry. I bet that tree was petrified when lightning itself. Tons of copycats. I meant the person who wrote the book. Okay, where are you there? Okay, so are you still going to share haha for us all to read? MS, we're working on that, yeah. That was a little bit of the reason why I was like, look, yeah, the market sets the price, sure, on everything. I agree. But I think there is not a market manipulation, but I think there is conflicting facts behind the scenes on just what the market is in terms of supply and demand here. The supply might be more than we thought. If there's only like 10 friggin' copies available anywhere in the world, of course, yeah, sell it for whatever you want, whatever the market dictates. But all sources indicate that there are more than 2,000 copies out that are waiting to be released. That supply meets the demand that there is currently at a much lower price that doesn't take advantage of people, in my opinion. But again, I'm happy to talk that out with Nick and understand his side of it, because at the end of the day, he's right too. Market sets a price. If I sell it, who cares? I just don't want people buying a book for something when it could be acquired even weeks or months from now, and it's going to be acquired in mass, either by the same people or different people, and there's no need to have spent $500, $200, $300, $400 on it. But I'm not the end-all be-all say on who does what. Again, that's why I'm taking a step back from being angry and mad over the weekend and going, I'll say I'm sorry, Nick, for attacking, because it probably comes as attacking. which put you in the self-defense and made you attack me in ways where I didn't appreciate, man. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. But again, we're bigger men. I think you are a bigger man too, and I think we'll get along just fine. And I think we can talk that out. So that enough on that, right? I don't want to keep going. Ben, did you ever see that picture signed by a pilot named Cooper the day after the Quake Lake? Ooh, Dillard, send me that. And that is exactly Jack's purpose. He is meant to respond to the Fenn family, maybe probably. He's meant to remove the Fenn family from having to be in the picture, essentially. Jack takes over, not the Fenn family, is what you're saying, Silver, I think. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. I think he'd have actively pushed towards anything Nunchase related, to be honest, Ben. Danny, sure, I understand what you're saying in principle, but again, if he's insinuating that his granddad is part of a bigger conspiracy like D.B. Cooper, that's only going to incite more research into Forrest Fenn and his family. You would think Shiloh would want to end any kind of extra research into Fenn and his family and his lineage and anything having to do with his family, which this does. So in a strange way, it contradicts it, doesn't it? Maverick was an old Western series. Fuck yeah, I love the movie Maverick too, with Mel Gibson. My daddy always said, my pappy always said, I never said that. I wish I could have lived to do the things I was attributed to. Yeah, but again, he wrote that in his 2010 book. No one ever insinuated he was D.B. Cooper in 2010 when he said, I wish I could have lived to do the things I was attributed to. Maybe the things I was attributed to was working out of his garage for a year in 1971, magically making $180,000 out of nowhere when he was having to steal copper heads off people's sprinkler heads, but he made the equivalent of $2 million in a year working out of his garage. Maybe that's what he's saying he wish he could have done. I wish I could have worked out of my garage tooth and nail and gotten that, but no, I stole it. Or I was a part of it, or who knows. I think that the possibility of him being D.B. Cooper is 50%. The possibility of him knowing who D.B. Cooper is or being a part of Ha 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 is much higher. Jigsaw, highly possible the secret was D.B. Cooper or someone very close to him, but, and I'll wait for the but. No, and Indy, I'm not even talking about your sale. I'm not even talking about your sale, Indy, because at the time you sold to Copper Dan, again, we only knew or thought that there were only like what, one copy at a time as being no copy. Honestly, so your sale with Copper Dan is much different to me because from what I understood, and this is where I could be wrong, and that's why Nick and I have to hash it out, but from what I understood, Nick's source was either Diane Dalby or Judy Van Cleve, both of which have indicated there's thousands of copies remaining, at least to me. And that's why I'm not happy about acquiring a few copies and selling them at $200 a time when you know there's thousands of copies to be had. Now, do we see why that's different now? It's, again, you're indie. I'm not talking about your sale. Your sale's different. Okay, sweet, Alan. Let me send you the link, man. Hold on. I'm so slow on Facebook, guys. I'm sorry. Where's Alan? There we go. All right. All right, link sent on Facebook, bruh. I thought I lit this. I'm thinking that car was stolen and stripped in there and left back in the day. Yo, Steve, I kind of agree. I think there's a reason this car was left there and abandoned and destroyed. And it just so happens it's where our Ha 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 book, I'm pointing to the book that doesn't exist anymore because I gave it back to Alan, but where our book tells us, you know, by the way, this book also includes lots of like driving away, getaway type scenes in their car. They're pinned for a crime they didn't commit with a different kind of car, a Plymouth versus an Oldsmobile, blue versus green, and cars were a big deal in this book. So to see an abandoned car at the Ha 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 book solve was crazy. Then to know Forrest Fenn talked about car being creamed in a ditch is even crazy, and he doesn't know where it is The frame wasn't even there, just the front of the car. It was very right. It was so strange. Ben, have you asked Jack about DB? Yeah, I have. He has not responded to me. Sorry, I was really behind on chat. My bad, guys. Not if there is 0 FFD. Correct, Danny. Correct. So if we're wrong and there's 0 connection, then yeah, 0 connection. Fine. I'm willing to admit that. Yeah. Steve, Ben was like in a what did Steve say? That was a cool find. Ben was like in a candy store and it was cool. We got the VIN and the plates that gives us, yeah, I mean we have other information too. I mean, it's just it's very fun. Exciting times. We're not done. How many pictures of Skippy is there? Not many. Not many. So yes, but Mike could have sold those. Blah, 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 blah. How far from paved? Blah, blah, blah. How far from a paved? I said less than 4 miles. Steve, right? Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's weird. Like we wanted there to be fucking nothing. Like we went to that tree. We went to my spot, which I thought looked really cool on Google Maps, like I showed you guys, and then it was just that stump. Now, dope. It had been struck by lightning as well, for sure. Had a nook in it. Matches a bunch of Forest Fen lore type stuff. I was like, okay, all right. But again, I dug underneath the tree. There was an obvious nook under the tree. There was nothing there. But again, I wanted my metal detector. And then we were just like, shit. All right, maybe there's nothing here. And then boom, we found the fucking car. And then we're like, oh. So, you know. That's why I played the Just Another Clue video. Just another clue, right? Stinks, but also is super fun. We're on to something. We really are. We had a couple other things. Again, I'm not sharing those. I need to have conversations with specific people in specific positions and talk about bringing a metal detector out there legally. I don't think this can be done now. I thought it could be done without a metal detector. I've changed my mind. But I don't know. I'm very excited about it. What time is it? 3:43. We'll go for a little bit longer. I'll go back to my video again. Check out the area again.
There's a tree stump just over yonder.
Pants almost falling off. That's good. But you see how we did like, okay, so right now we're walking kind of south towards my spot in the map. And then that's when we see this white tree right here. I actually saw it first. And then I went on my actual GPS and I was like, nope, we're at the exact spot of the area and boom.
Everywhere we go there's fires.
Again, though, if this was struck by lightning, a guy like Forrest Fenn would love this, right? I mean, he just would. Let's be serious. If he's in any way related. But we just don't know. But look at all that snow.
What is it?
And again, look at all those trees. Let me back it up just a little tad here. Look, see, I mean, they're all burnt here. Everything is burnt. Alan goes, I was just about to say, there's no way I thought you could move that.
Huh? It's like a car? Oh my gosh.
It's the front of a car.
Yeah.
It's the front of a fucking car.
I'm like freaking out. I'm like so cold and like twitching and like, what the fuck?
We found a car!
And look at all these burnt trees! Oh, hold on, let me go back to that.
Rest of the car.
Look at that. Okay, so there you can see. Oh, that's dope. Let me see what that looks like. Okay. Now that screws up. All right, let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. Okay. Look at that. How's that for an image right there? This is exactly. So we're at the car. Where's my phone? Oh no, I gave JJ my phone. Anyway, so we're at the car. This is facing directly north. This is directly north. This would be your view from the car directly north. There's that tree, and look at these burnt. It's just crazy here. This is enough. This would be enough to make me go, something has happened here. I'd want to know, given it's our ha solve. But then, of course...
What happened to the rest of the car, though?
What happened to the rest of the car?
I forgot we're bringing it for.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows how long?
You could soak it like on Titanic.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There's a sign at least.
Like, this is super fun to do.
Get your water. You need some water? We can get the mud off.
I try to lick my thumb. Caper's like, here, a water bottle, bitch.
There you go.
By Fisher?
By Fisher. It's so funny because the end of Ha Ha Ha
Oh, yeah.
is signed by Laurel and Dave Fisher.
This is the whole steering column.
Uh-huh. That's what that is, sticking out on the other side.
You can take that out of there.
Yep.
Oh, you gotta drive that home.
Put it up on the wall.
That's Top Pocket right there.
Uh-huh. Let's put it in our office.
Top Pocket, Ben.
We got a Bobby's Asla.
I love it. That was so fun. Ben, check your email if I had the address right. All right, hold on. Ben, go Archdown. Let's go back to the Bobby Dazzle. Let's go right. Right there. That's perfect. Packer Jack, what was the paint number on the car tag? Yeah, Packer Jack, if you could share all that, that'd be dope. Alan, I don't know if Alan's free anymore. I sent him that link. He hasn't popped on. Go back when there's no snow on the ground. Yeah, exactly, Steve. That's what we're gonna do. The second there's not snow on the ground. Who can get me a copy of Ha Ha Ha? Yeah, Sam's in the game. Well, you know, depending on what's going on, it seems like somebody's gonna be selling it. I would talk to people in the search community first, though. See if you can get yourself a free copy. Maybe a brush fire a few years ago. Yeah, but the tree damage itself was just tremendous. Either someone created a nook in that tree or a lightning strike did. So we'll go Occam's razor and say a lightning strike actually over someone creating a nook. But otherwise, someone created a friggin' nook because right here, you know, either a lightning strike caused that shit or someone did that intentionally, right? Because as you can see, when you move around, I mean, it's been sawed off. Where is it? Right, like over on this one too. There were a couple of logs right next to it from it. So. Nobody's getting BIP. And that one's fine. So explain how the book led you to that location. Yeah, Lou, that's the one where we have had to a little bit hold back on because we're going to go back there and we don't want anyone else going there. I mean, some people could probably figure it out, but Al and I will be there day one when the snow is gone. I mean, you try to look there in the snow again, you're going to be disappointed, even with the metal detector. Desert fire, but love all y'all's excitement. It could be, yeah, it could be. But again, that nook, I mean, everything could be natural. It's hard to tell, right? It really is. But all this, again, if you look around this desert area, there's nothing else anywhere around, right? I mean, for this to be where the Ha 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 book led us is interesting. Especially when it describes that babbling brook. And this was absolutely a babbling brook in the warmer period of time. I don't know if spring is a babbling brook yet, but certainly in this late spring. Love that steering wheel, right? If Ben plays the Gary Collins 1971 Chevelle commercial, it is that exact color. Okay, so let's go to that. Is it on here? Gary Collins 1971 Chevelle. Oh shit, which one is it? Is it this blue? Was it this one? I don't know. Oh, you're waiting back. No, it doesn't say you're waiting backstage. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I invite the... Hold on. AW. It doesn't show you in my backstage anywhere, dude. The snow baby con next week. No, it's only gonna get worse. Invite. Let me. I guess send it to you again. Copy, and then if I do this, let me do that. Let me do this. Try it again. I don't know, man. That's weird. It's the same link. I don't see you in the. There's nobody in the lobby, so I don't know. Everyone, please pray my child, senior dog, makes it through surgery to remove a tumor Thursday, asking in advance. Fuck yeah, MS. Sending good thoughts out. So, I want to get Packer Jack's link here. Let me in. It doesn't say you're in my lobby, bro. This is very weird. Try resetting your... I don't know. Oh, that's a StreamYard link. What the fuck? Hold on. I'm all out of whack now with links. Open link a new tab. Okay. I'm just going to mute that. And then... Bro, I don't have you in here, dude. I'm like clicking everything. If I leave studio, does the stream end? Probably. I can't. I don't know what's going on. I don't. It doesn't have you in. It's very annoying. So I guess it's this Chevelle. Wait, whoa. Did I say Cottonwood? Cottonwood green. Classic copper. Hey, wait. Now I see Alan. Hold on. He's in the old one. Maybe he was in the old one. I see. Now Alan's a black screen right now, but at least he's somewhat closer. Oh, I hear you. There we go. Hold on. Let me.
How is it going?
How's it going, bro? Just decompressing, as they say.
Exactly. I think it's fun. I think it's funny to see the roller coaster of comments of people saying nothing burger to, happy for you to you guys are wasting your life. It's the full spectrum, but that's the one I will disagree with. And I said it to Silver Fox, which is like, not enough solving, too much chasing. I would say the complete opposite. Like, that's the whole point. Like, it's not the core you saw it was the chase. Like, that's the entire point. So yes, Silver Fox, to your credit, no, we don't have a precise solve that you just walk right up and leave, but neither did Jack. Right. So anyways, yeah.
So tell us before we get into the other shit, so we get your perspective on it. But like, what did you do before we were boots on the ground? Tell us that experience.
Oh, you mean fishing, or do you mean the
fishing?
Yeah. Well, fishing. Well, it's funny. So I set my alarm for 4 a.m. and I knew that you're not allowed to go fishing at Pyramid Lake until sunrise. I didn't check what time sunrise was. So I set my alarm for 4 a.m., woke up, had a cup of coffee, took a shower, had another cup of coffee, was filing my lures, my hooks down, because on Pyramid Lake, you can't have barbs. So they have to be barbless, but they don't sell hooks. They don't sell lures without barbs. So you have to sit there and literally file them down. Meanwhile, I'm just waiting for the sunrise. And then I'm texting Ben because I know that he set his alarm for more like 6.
Yeah.
I think I told him that I would, leave at 6. Whatever. Long story short, I left the hotel without him because 1, I think he was still sleeping, and 2, it was freezing. So I get out to the lake probably at 6:15, which was sunrise, so it was perfect timing. Freezing cold. I think it was 15 degrees when I got out there. The weird thing is I went to a spot called Popcorn, which I don't even know what this. I don't know why it was called Popcorn at the time. Now I do. And I went out to the. It's a calcium carbonate hot spring. So the lake is freezing cold, and the temperature is freezing cold outside. It's literally 15, 16 degrees. But there was this like little trickle of water next to me that was running into the lake, and it was coming from the ground. And so I put my fingertips in it, and it was warm. So there's literally warm water running into the lake at Popcorn, and I'm like, this is a sign in itself. I look to my right, and there's like fly fishermen on ladders, like as far as I could see. I look to my left, same thing. I'm the only one using like a bass rod like a bass fishing rod. And I cast out, and within 15 minutes, I land that like 10-pound Lahontan trout, which that was my entire intention. So that in itself started me on I'm on a winning streak for the weekends.
Yeah, for sure.
I was happy enough just doing that.
Right?
So, yeah.
I bet.
So when you say, is it better to stay home and keep solving? No, it isn't. I would have never caught that trout. I would have never met Ben and Ashley, would have met K-Pro, wouldn't have had so many awesome conversations if all I cared about was solving something. If that's all that mattered, then I would have never left my house. But instead, I caught the biggest trout of my life. I got my favorite book back from Ben. Sorry, Ben, but now it's mine again. Then I met Ben, Ashley, Chloe, K-Pro. It was awesome. I thought it was awesome. So,
yeah, it was fun. It was super fun. Your tree was probably the most striking, better than mine.
Lightning striking.
I really wish. I mean, it feels like someone sawed off my tree. I just don't know.
Your tree was chopped kind of at the butt of where that tree is right now. And maybe it was devastated more by the same fire. Like that thing is sawed completely in half.
Right.
The thing
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say the thing I will mention if people want to know like timing, like when was it sawed? I don't think it was sawed in 1971 or 83. It looks more recent.
Right.
So which makes me think the fire and the lightning strike itself were more recent. And I don't know if that changes anything because our solve was not a lightning strike based solve. Like that's has nothing to do with it.
My Yellowstone one was.
Oh, mine too, of course. I mean, lightning strike in the Lamar Valley. I won't get into that. The 1988 fires. That's a separate conversation.
Let me bring you to what's our main little video here. I mean, I think that tree was struck by lightning right near 9 Mile Hole.
It looks like it. Well, at least the base.
And then we go from that to that tree.
Yeah.
And we have 2 9 miles in this. We have a 9 mile in our solve area, and then we have the 9 mile and 9 Mile Hole. Whether we like 9 Mile Hole or not doesn't matter. But weird.
Steve Klein said something earlier, and I forget what it was, but I was going to answer it. But let me find it. Anyways, go back on the. Anyways.
So hold on, let me show you this. This is what Dillard sent me. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Dillard, what's the context of this, man? Something about DB Cooper. A big slide has blocked the low end or the Canson suggests you restrict Hebgen outflow to give us time before the slide washes out. Helicopters are on the way. We are anxious whether your dam will hold. Indicate with X laid on dam if you think it will hold. Baking another quake. Cooper, what is this, man? Hi, Boo. I don't know what this is, dude.
I remember what I was going to say to Steve. He said I would have got lost looking for creeks and Native American artifacts. Honestly, that's actually what I spent most of my time doing, because once we got to this spot and not exhausted it, because it can't be exhausted. No spot ever can be exhausted. I just started looking for like those creek beds and like interesting washouts and like I don't know if it's ridiculous to look for like an Indian arrowhead out there. I don't know. Not that I would have taken it, but to your point, my eyes were on the ground the whole time.
Yes,
on the ground the whole time.
Cooper was a pilot in the military. Well, we believe so was Fenn. I mean, that's why we go, oh, well, there you go. Fenn was a pilot. I mean, my goodness.
Ben, there's something I found in the book just today, and it applies to the whole Lahontan thing. And I actually don't believe it's confirmation bias. Because let's ignore that. I think Fenn wrote this book. Whoever wrote this book is familiar with this area of the region, which means Pyramid Lake. I mean, he says he's jumping over it. But on page 40, it says, for easier handling, I sawed the shotgun barrels to a length of 18 1/4 inches, since the legal limit was 18, and filed smooth the ragged scars made by the saw's teeth. Do you think it almost describes the legal limit of the trouts? And in 1983, it actually was 18 inches. And then he had to file smooth the ragged scars by the saw's teeth. You're telling me that the guy that apparently hijacked a plane and was looting stuff was worried that his sawed-off shotgun was of legal limit. Like, that's just crazy to me. But I just read that this morning. I'm like, wow. Filed smooth the ragged scars made by the saw's teeth.
Yeah, that's interesting. See, but this is good. This is good why you now have the book again, and you can kind of refresh yourself with it.
Exactly.
And again, go back to chapter 18.
Yeah.
Every time I move my mouse over, all this crap goes over it. But I had to orient myself with Pyramid Lake and the lights of Nixon, which is exactly what you're seeing in the background of this photo. That's Pyramid Lake behind it, and the lights of Nixon just to the right of it. So, like, my mouse is here. This is Pyramid Lake, and then the lights of Nixon are right here. Babe, do you want to talk?
Oh, honey, I got so much stuff going on. I really wanted to, but my children had other plans for me today.
No.
So
All right, fair
I'm
enough.
so sorry.
Ashley.
I'm jealous.
Alan says hi.
Hi, Alan.
Hello.
What's the son? Just you two?
Yeah, it's just me and Alan right now.
Hi. I miss you, Alan.
Yeah, that was fun. It was fun times.
It was fun. I gotta go back or plan something else. I had a really great time. I had a lot more fun than I thought I would.
Yep, and I'm saying this.
We had fun.
I'm saying it facetiously, but let's go find something else not to find. Like anytime I will go find nothing with you guys.
Yeah, it was a blast. I agree.
It was totally fun.
Yep.
It was. All right, well, I'll wrap this up soon.
Okay, yeah, I just got it's finals week, guys. It's finals week.
Finals week.
So we're a little bit stressed over here.
Gotcha.
But we'll be all right.
They come and go. I don't remember my finals. Do you?
No, not at all. I remember one final I took with Alex Puccinelli on, ironically, The Catcher in the Rye.
Right.
But that's it.
Lucy, FYI, a lot of trees get struck by lightning. It's a thing. It's totally fair. Yeah. It's just, when you have two solves, one of which is a 9 Mile Bay, which has a tree struck by lightning, and then you have a second solve, a 9 Mile Hole in Yellowstone, which has a tree struck by lightning. I mean, granted, it's not precise, but I don't know. It's enough for me to question. And then we find a car that's been ditched, destroyed, removed, mostly left. Everything was left so you could identify it. That was for sure. But then everything else was missing.
Yeah, it's a weird spot. It's a weird, and it's not like when people say it was scrapped, usually there's like scraps strewn. There's none of that, but it doesn't prove anything, and that's where there's a lot of that. It just doesn't prove anything, so you got to curb your enthusiasm a little. But it's not like we went to this tree and we found a burnt tree. There were other things there, and it just seemed like And we didn't get to do much because it was either covered in snow or covered in ice in the Babbling Creek that we wanted to seriously look into.
Yeah, that was the disappointing part where A, we need a metal detector, B, we need to be there when the snow's not there.
Maybe when it's babbling.
Yeah, right. Maybe when it's exactly babbling. And now K-Pro's got to deal with kids too. Off K-Pro, goodbye.
Cheers, K-Pro.
Kids, they'll do it.
Yeah, so now we need to get you another copy, Ben. I mean, maybe I could read this 10 more times and try to memorize it and then send it back to you again.
I mean, yeah, or we work on acquiring more. I just don't know if we're going to be able to acquire more or not.
Well, the weird thing is that's where not conspiracy. I'm not going to call that because that doesn't make sense. One half the community thinks there's so many copies that these price points are outrageous. The other half are like, you can't even get this book if you wanted. So at some point we're going to figure it out. I just don't know which side. I don't know which way we're going with it. So,
right. Who owns the land? It's in the we're in all sorts of weird land ownership of this area of Nevada.
Humans on the lines.
Humans.
We did not trespass, though. So I will say
No,
that.
yeah, right. Not.
So-
Did you talk to any of the townsfolk about Clark Gable? Oh, no. Maybe. No.
How old will they have to be to even know? Like, honestly, like that's a good question. But how old would they have to be?
Well, according to Forrest Fenn, his daughters don't even know who Clark Gable was.
Yeah, so they have to be. We have to find a 90-year-old resident.
I'm gonna do a Pineapple Express. Hold on, I'm gonna give this to Ashley. Hey, look at this weird pet I have. Touch it. Like with your whole hand.
Warm?
Yeah.
Oh, honey, it's infected. Is that what you've been itching or no?
No. Just,
Oh, you need to put something on it.
yeah.
Let's keep an eye on that.
Great. What did I get infected from?
Where did you do that? When did you do that?
I probably cut myself when I was falling up and down one of those ravines. Probably hit a cactus or something.
Yeah,
Or
the
Josh.
cactus will do it. Or, yeah.
I'm gonna mute this while I pack this.
Right. Yeah, my fingers are all cut up from filing hooks for 4 hours. Filed hooks for 4 hours. I think I fished for 2 hours. So that's, yeah. But it was worth it. Every second was worth it.
Wait, Alan. So did you file the hooks at midnight when we all went to bed, or did you get up and file them in the morning?
I did both to make sure all of my hooks were filed, because they could even check like your tackle box. And if you have lures in your tackle box that aren't even filed, they could, fine you, confiscate. The funny thing is I used one rod and one lure, and I filed like 20 lures that night. Like just to make sure that I wasn't going to get in trouble.
Oh my gosh.
After how many beers did we drink?
At least 2, but probably more like 20.
Oh, you're funny, Alan.
But that was a good time. That's what I'm saying. That was good times.
So what have you guys talked? Have you talked about everything now?
No, we've left a couple of things out because we're obviously going back there.
And
But-
not that we're gonna switch up the entire like complete area, but you never know. Maybe you bounce. Maybe you bounce a mile to the left or right. It's like,
Well, I was gonna say there's something about that car I think that leads us elsewhere too, but within the same vicinity. Like I'm working on it, but I'm not. I'll share that with you in a minute. But
like Forrest at least said, the clues are contiguous, where it's one boom, 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 boom. One leads you to the next, leads to the next. So if you think you have clue 4, the next one is like at least in the right direction. This book does not say that. So we don't know if the clues triangulate. We don't know if the clues point. We don't know if the clues direct. I mean, it's hard.
personally, I think they point, but that's my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you. So it's interesting. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, but that's the other. A couple other people are not complaining, because I don't like to use that word, but like, nothing burger. You didn't tell us your solve. One, it's just solves are solves, and they're general solves until proven right. And ours isn't proven right, and there's still a solve out there that could be right. So why would we just disclose 2 years of research just because you're asking for it on a YouTube chat? Like, that's not going to happen. No offense, but that's not going to happen.
Not until we're done with it.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all.
There was a chance we were going to be done with it. There was a chance we were going to be done with it when we got there, but we're.
But I also agree with how K-Pro framed it, which is you could be done with it. Let's say somehow it was proven that Rod Addicts wrote this book. Let's just say somehow. Done deal, locked and loaded, case closed. I'm still not done with this book. Like, I don't care. Then I'm still trying to solve it. I mean, that's not what I believe. But this solve has been compartmentalized into the book,
Yes.
D.B. Cooper, and Forrest Fenn. Like K-Pro said, eloquently in 3 different compartments. So you don't have to buy into all of it. The fishy part, because I just don't buy the Rod Addicts thing. I just can't buy it.
I don't think Ben does either.
I'm pretty confident Ben doesn't.
Now,
buy it.
Is the reason because of the quality of the writing?
It's not just quality, because I mean, a quality writer could be anyone. It's more of it's a quality. It's written well, and it's a treasure hunting book, and it has so many phrases and allusions to Forrest Fenn that make it that part connect. That's the 3rd compartment.
Yeah.
And then now you're telling me that it was well written by someone who was a convicted murderer and published by someone while he was in prison, convicted of murder, and the entire treasure hunt, which was based off the sales of the book, is BS, even though they printed out at least 2,000 copies, because now I'm hearing there's 2,000 left. So
Right.
someone printed out 2,000 to 8,000 copies is the number I've heard of this book. And the whole thing was based off BS from someone in prison. And I don't think he made any money off the book because they were selling them for.
And he didn't. Yeah, he didn't. He just didn't. I don't think he even paid. Didn't he just not even pay?
They didn't pay the producer.
Published? Yeah.
And that's the other weird thing is the publishers.
So who made the money off who made any money off
No one.
Where were they even sold? Aside from being given out in Ariel at the that D.B. Cooper convention that they don't have anymore. Where were the books? I know they were given out there, but where were they even sold?
Oh, you're saying the Ariel store? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think some people had some ins with either Judy or Diane, but they were sold minimally to a minimal distributed group of people that were interested in D.B. Cooper. So that's all I know.
MS. Yeah, we're talking about the fish hooks that they can't have a barb on them. They have to be barbless because it's catch and release. That's what Alan was talking about. Hi, Candy. And go ahead.
Just to clarify, it's not purely catch and release. You could catch fish now this year. I'm going to mess it up, but like it has to be over 20, but it can't be over 24. Like it has to be a 20 to 24 inch fish, something like that, to keep it, to eat it. Otherwise catch and release, but then all of your hooks have to be barbless and they all have to be artificial. They can't be like a night crawler even. You can't put a worm on a hook. You can't put anything with scent on a hook. It has to be a plain lure or a fly, and your hooks have to be barbless. And I think pretty similar to Yellowstone, I guess, kind of. He's trying to keep the water clean, and they don't want people throwing minnows into a pristine river or lake. So
lemonade.
Yeah.
Anyway, too much TMI for a non-fisherman, but that's.
Hey, you learn something new every day. MS said he lives in the state and didn't even know, but that's a law.
This was made in 1984. So someone had a Mountain Dew in 1984 at our spot for a book that was written in 83. I don't know what that means.
You want to switch now?
No,
I can sit for a minute.
No.
Give you a break to go to the bathroom or whatever. Yeah. So, how about how you feel now after being home versus how you felt leaving or even arriving there? Like, take me through how this weekend felt. Because you've been in this for so much longer than me.
Yeah. It's kind of the same thing with Fenn or any treasure hunt that you go boots on the ground for. And I've only done it for Fenn. I almost did it for Jingle Bell Rock once, but I didn't. But I almost did. But it's that feeling where it's all excitement. It's like a lot of research leading up to the day, like where you're going to try to button up everything you possibly can. So Ben and I on Zooms for way too long and on phone calls like way too long at all hours of the day, way too much leading up to the day. And then we finally get to meet, which is awesome. But then you go out to the spot, and as you're walking out there, you're like, what if we don't find anything, And I'm thinking this in my head. I'm not saying it out loud. Maybe I did. But it's just like, what if we find nothing? Which is probably this more likely to find nothing than something. But you have to keep that in your mind. It's almost like It's checks and balances within your own brain, I guess, is
Yeah.
how you approach a boots on the ground solve. Your first one, though, you don't have that. You don't have checks and balances. You just have, I am so right, and I am the smartest person that's ever lived, that I'm going to right after this and find it. But after a couple failures, you are more humbled by it. So then you appreciate the having a dinner and a lunch, and like, should we go boots on the ground right now? It's like, let's just wait for tomorrow. That would not have happened if this was our first ever boots on the ground,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I'm matured in my failure. Like Capro said, this is not a walk of shame, guys. And I don't even say that. I wasn't even thinking it until you said it. So it's just that. It's that vibe, where, yeah.
How dope was the juniper tree that we found? We didn't include that.
Yep. Of course, there are two of them. Couldn't just be one.
Right. Shit.
Two.
That's right.
Two random junipers down a nice creek.
I enjoyed picking up rocks. We found quartz, and that was turquoise that Ben found.
It was.
Yeah.
He found turquoise and a piece of quartz.
It looked like it in that little, man, that means there's a lot more. That means, anyways, yeah. Yeah, that was it was a beautiful creek bed. It was a beautiful area.
Yes, Packerjack, I found a lot of Santas. Santas, Grinches, reindeer. That was fun. We missed you that night, Alan.
Oh, in the Reno night? Yeah.
Yeah. The crazy. There was like a Santa pub crawl. Everyone, I probably already told them. Everybody was.
No, I didn't.
Oh, everybody, guess you could buy some ticket, and if you were dressed up, you would get free drinks. So all these people were decked out, like snowmen, Santas, all crazy. Some inappropriate, as you saw. Yeah, MS, I thought the turquoise was a really good find. I'm going to check in with one of my kids really quick. I'm going to give you back to Ben.
All right.
See how seamless that is? It's so good.
So what? Yeah. Well, I mean, I know your vibe, but what is your vibe? And I know
my vibe is not done. Yeah. We found enough to keep going. Yeah. We didn't, and against our better, we didn't want to keep going. I think I said the sentiment was, if there's nothing there, we want to know there's nothing there, so we can move on from this spot. It wouldn't make sense considering what we, did to get here, but okay, then we were wrong.
Yep. And
I found enough to go, okay. And this is coming. Remember, I'm the guy who also, my first ever solve for a Sven chase was the Erskine solve, essentially, in the Uncompahgre River. And when I got to my precise spot to cross the river, there was an iron plank to cross. And so I thought that was crazy. But then I that same later that day, I was just like, I guess that was just there. No big deal. And I didn't make it a big deal. I always thought it was interesting for a heavy loads water high, but that's not where the chest was. And so to find this car at this spot is more important to me by a long shot. This book is about them in their cars. The reason this whole court scene shenanigan happens is because they misidentified the car in which they used to escape.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, our DB Cooper solve about like escaping from the cops and vehicles. There's a abandoned 70 or 71 Chevelle at that exact spot. Sorry. For me, that's enough to keep going. That's where I'm at, honestly. How close was the car to that area? The car was exactly in between my tree and Alan's tree.
50
right
feet.
50 feet was the car in the middle of the ditch of the Babbling Brook.
I mean, Ben, so did you see what? I don't even know what to say. Well, we already talked about Pyramid Lakes. So it's not like I'm spoiling anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just reading this book again. I need to read the whole thing again now because now this is way different. looking at this. But like the scenery was delightful on the drive up Spirit Lake Highway. He's talking about Spirit Lake at the end of Ha Ha. You remember that? It's a different lake. Not the lake he jumped in. He talks about Pyramid Lake early in the chapters. Was a gorgeous snow-capped, nearly perfect cone in the distance. It was an early afternoon. The lake was deep, clear blue, surrounded by towering firs that grew to the water's edge. It was breathtaking. As I drove into the parking area, I saw an old man sitting on the steps of a large old building, a sign that told me it was Spirit Lake Lodge. I parked and approached him on foot. And then he starts talking to him. Those are the types of things we didn't do in our area.
Right.
You know, if you want to,
there's other spots. Yep.
yeah, if you want to translate things, I'm just saying, like, there's next steps to be had. It's kind of like reading Thrill the Chase, where he talks about Yellowstone in 500 different places, and you could have went to 498 of them, but you might not have went to the right one, you know?
I mean, even if you want to choose to believe the Jack story, even he walked over the treasure chest. Ben, look at that other random picture. Do you ever notice how FF always leans when he stands? Has that awkward knee. I thought the picture kind of resembled him. I don't know which one he's talking about. How precise was your location? How close was it? Did your
100%. That tree right there is what I saw on Google Earth. My only, and I'm going to say only, but once we got there, I looked at other places. But my spot was that exact tree, and I looked in that tree stump. That was my, I mean, it's 12-inch by 12-inch spot. But a lot of snow. And again, even if the slight possibility that something was hidden in 1983, that was a long time ago. I mean, Forrest Fenn hit his chest in 2010 or whatever. Some people say 2003. But Jack said it was buried just by detritus. So imagine 30 years on top of that. A couple fires.
Stop. Full stop. Full fucking stop. Laurel Fisher just messaged me.
Oh.
Laurel Fisher, Alan, if you could show the videos, the people, the end of Ha Ha Ha, the 2 pages that are not his after 328. Laurel Fisher, she just messaged me on Facebook and told me we had a 1970 Chevelle SS.
That's awesome. Did everyone have a 1970 Chevelle SS in 1970?
Come on!
Is that like me in 93 saying I had a Honda Accord? Like, I don't know. Like, I get it. I mean, I get it, but geez Louise. It's just funny. It's funny and it's fun to me. Like, even Packer Jack's having fun. Like, Packer Jack's probably at a Packers game every week, and he's still having fun with this. Like, I just think it's fun. I think it's fun to go down these rabbit holes. I think it's fun to find connections, even if they're confirmation bias, and I hate that phrase because everything's confirmation bias. Shouldn't it just be called bias? I don't know.
I copied it. I took a screen cap of it.
Was it stolen?
Unbelievable. Now, it doesn't matter if other people had a Chevelle SS. I don't care. The name at the end of the book owned a Chevelle SS, and we just happened to find a Chevelle crashed in a ditch, the way Forrest describes. What is going on? I'm convinced there's a jar at that spot. I really, truly am. We just didn't find it yet. That's crazy to me. I can't believe that's what I saw in Google Maps, though.
Of course, we have chili all day. She spelled chili wrong. So I'm rereading Laurel Fisher's like note where she says she never marketed the day.
Mm-hmm.
We have such a good time here that day. We have local people who put together a band and play. Of course, we have chili all day, but chili, she spells it Chile. For those who
Right.
for those who spend the entire day with us, it's almost like a reward at the end of the day. Which is funny because didn't she tell you it's the worst chili ever?
Right. Called the buffalo stew.
She literally said we have chili all day for those who spend the
Yes, Lucky Digger.
entire day with us. One of the events we started a couple of years ago is a DB Cooper lookalike contest. It's all fun. It's so fun.
That's nuts.
It reminds me of the chili scrapbook. I swear to gosh, it does. If anyone knows the number of the chili scrapbook that Forrest Fenn wrote, he talks about the chili contest, but for him, it was a Halloween costume contest. It was a chili, and he went out. Anyways, I won't get into that.
I mean, the scrapbooks are important, bro. I don't see.
I do too. It's just a rabbit hole, but it's fun. I did think it was funny though that, well, yeah.
What?
I was just gonna say that Indy was talking about like the whole Jack the Ripper thing, like that same exact moment that we were whatever it was Friday night. And I just thought that was
Yeah.
that whole thing was hilarious to me. I don't know where she went with that, but it was interesting. It has nothing to do with DB Cooper or Forrest Fenn.
Well,
Well, it does, but it doesn't. It's you could say it connects, Ben, if you could tell someone how it connects within a minute, and you can't. So then it's
that's a fair point. So this is the picture Dillard sent me.
the hell is that?
He's asking who this person is right here, I think.
I don't know who any of those people are.
I think the insinuation is that this is Forrest Fenn.
Is that a Ford Model T? Bill can probably confirm. That looks like a more modern car. Am I wrong on that? What year did they do that? Buffalo Cowboys. I don't know what year that was. That looks more modern, but I could be dead wrong. I'm not a car guy. Sorry.
Packer Jack says, if you read the last paragraph on page 66 of The Thrill of the Chase and page 67, he could be talking about the Chevelle crashing. I would agree.
Well, I mean, okay, Larry did say scrapbook 219 about the chili and the costume contest, which I do have somewhere. I don't have it on my phone. Maybe I do.
Okay, so then if you go back to the note that Dillard sent, it's talking about that picture we just saw at Hebgen. And it's signed Cooper.
What? I'm confused. Are you saying that's the real picture of Fenn and this is a separate letter? Or are these combined?
I know what Dillard's insinuating. I think Dillard is saying that this note is talking about the picture we just showed you. It's signed by Cooper. But then if we go to his other picture, this is what the letter describes. And he's saying that right there is Forrest Fenn. So Forrest Fenn knows about this letter, or knows about what this letter is describing, and the letter is signed by Cooper. And this mimics exactly what we're finding in our solve location.
That car is definitely creamed. More than ours, but that's...
FF had brown hair. there's a black and white photo where it looks like the exact same, where he's this age too. Hold on, where is it? Let me find it.
Similar concept though. I mean, no matter what, I will say that like the area we were looking kind of has this vibe to it, except for I see like a bridge in the back. There's probably roads nearby. That part's not even close. We're in the middle of the desert, and then find this.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, the common, let's just say use common sense. Say we didn't even have the book, we don't even know what we're looking for. Most people would just assume that someone was driving through a flat desert plain, didn't see the creek bed coming, and then creamed the car. And that's just commonsensical.
That photo. Look at that hair.
That's too hard for me. I mean, I need to completely zoom in.
Yeah. It's interesting, Dillard. Gary Cooper worked at Yellowstone. He drove the tour bus. Huh. Wow. Clark Gable caught the world record trout at 9 Mile Bay at Pyramid Lake. Forrest Fenn was not in West Yellowstone, August of '59. He was working in the Sun Valley Golf Course with Donnie that summer. Reference Marvin's fishing logs. There you go. See? Well, but didn't he visit at some point in August, though? Right around his birthday? I don't know.
I don't know either. So what's our next course of action?
The next course of action?
Yep.
I don't know. Probably to just study what I found in here that I took. And then from there, we're just going back when it's a little bit warmer.
Yep.
I mean, that's it. That's all there is to it. What about you? I don't think we need to readjust anything. I mean, does this give us more time to maybe pick a second spot in relation to those same 7 clues? Sure. But I want to go right back here.
Yep.
I don't see any reason not to.
I agree with going right back, but I also agree with having secondary, tertiary. What's the word for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th of those? I can't. Anyways.
Backup plans.
After tertiary, it's called just multiple. But yeah, I agree with that. But going back there is number 1, just to get a nice clean look at the babbling brook. That would be nice.
Right. I want to see what's babbling.
With warm hands, and yeah. But also like K-Pro was saying, like, what if a couple more people get the book in their hands, and then they say, "Wait a second, like you were close, but did you ever consider this spot?" Or you never know.
Oh, I hear Ashley yelling. Somebody's messing with her laundry right now.
It's the reds with the whites.
Right. This is fun of coming home from a treasure hunt. Well, I think that's about it then, man. I mean, what else we got here? We're not going to share anything else from that point. So, I mean, if other people can bring research to us and help us out, absolutely, you're in.
Yep. Well, I'm good. Just wanted to jump in, say hi to everyone, and just reiterate that, the only purpose of going boots in the ground is not to find something, Just want to reiterate that.
It's not the only purpose, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you find something, great.
Yeah, and that's what we're still trying to do. That is the primary objective.
I would say that this car was some kind of find. We just don't know what. And what it means, it could be an abandoned piece of property. It means absolutely nothing. If it's the fact that we figure out it's a Chevelle, and that means something to the story that people didn't have before, that'd be great. I guess we'll see. And so that's where our research is going to take us, and already have some crazy ass leads that, you know, we're not going to get into yet because we don't know where they go yet. We got to see. So
That's true.
I think that's where I'm at.
Yep. I'm in the same boat. And again, like, I appreciated hanging out with all you guys. That was really fun. So
Fuck yeah, dude. Let me get a picture of your trout up, your catch.
just make it a fish, official.
Open image, a new tab. Let me put it right here. Boom. There we go.
My hand was freezing, but if I spread out my fingers, I mean, I don't know what that is. 6 inches. So I'm guessing it was like a 15 to 20 inch Lahontan trout. Biggest trout of my life. I mean, I don't know. It's not the biggest trout in there for sure. They actually call them two different things. These are called like grabs or something. And then the pilots are the much 20-pound bigger fish that like lead the schools of fish. If you care. So I caught a little guy, but this is the biggest trout I've ever caught in my life. And this is what
That's dope. JK, so let me go back here. What's a good way to? Yeah, here we uploaded a video. I'll throw the link in chat. You guys can check it out. Should be that. But right around here, JK is this car we found with the numbers on it that we found on the labels and whatnot, with the help of Packer Jack, a couple others. Steve Klein was helping us. We determined it was 1970 or 71 Chevelle. With the rest of the car missing, so I'm not sure where the rest of the car went, but yeah. So from there, we were able to help determine what this was. So interessante. But yeah, that's about it for now, at least. K-Pro and Mike go on live, I think, in a couple hours.
At least K-Pro's not going to be concerned that she says something she shouldn't have, because
right. I that's why I wanted to go live first. So she's
better.
like, yeah, just you can go watch Ben, or we can re-talk about it. I'd love to hear Mike's thoughts on the car that we found.
Mike's gonna not care. Mike is gonna be like, you found a damn piece of rusty metal in nothing, Burgerville. That's
fair. And if Mike says that, then Mike says that. I respect that though about Mike, and that's fine. We don't care. I don't care if people disagree. It's the way in which we approach it. If Mike disagrees, more power to Mike. I still am curious what his thoughts are. I'm excited to watch tonight. So
always, but I want Mike to read the book with a whole different perspective. I want him to read it from the back. Like, did you even spot one clue, Mike? Just, anyways.
Right. So. Yeah. Well, anywho, we're going to be back there soon. This topic is not dead for us. We'll be back there probably sooner than you think. And hopefully we have more to go with on this. If you guys want to join the fun, you are more than welcome to. Yeah. Anywho, that's all I got. What about you? Is that any final words?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Peace out. Thank you, Alan. Cheers, everybody. We'll catch you on K-Pro stream tonight.